The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the punt team is out there. It's not fourth down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. But just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Shotgun now for Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And that was just 4 verticals. They were going for a big play, and it resulted in a big play.
And you know why that's so difficult to cover? Because you can throw the ball to any one of those 4 vertical receivers at any point in the pattern. Wherever they're open, just get them the ball and then let them run after it.
And he runs it all the way in for a touchdown. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back. So here come the Lions now. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Chandler. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Run, run. Run, run.
On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
74, 74.
Play action. Now Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Set, blue 60. Give me radar. 22.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Mike Bennett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Ram.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
From the 50, Stafford. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
21. Ready. Light.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup. But it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Great 15! Great 15!
Now a play fake. Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
McCaffrey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. Elliott now to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Set. 260.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Lion.
Throwing is Wentz. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken right around the 44. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
22.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Left side caught by Matthews. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Not only did they drop it looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Stafford now to throw. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Tag 50, tag 50. Go here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Stafford. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Black.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Drag it. Let's find 7. Sunday. Lion.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Hey, alert it, tag 53. Good right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Chandler that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And the Lions Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Black, come on. Gray 15, Gray 15.
Now Wentz. Oh, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now Stafford. He's going to air one out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Go here. White.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Let's go now, let's go. Set, 180.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jordan Matthews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Wentz now on first down. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Liz, 81. Switch. Gold. Great 15.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Black, come on.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On play action, Wentz. It's brought in by Kevin White. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen.
He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a play fake. Wentz flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they try the right side here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll go on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
You got it. You got it.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Double, set. 4 down, tactical 3.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing right, and that's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. They'll look to throw.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. 10 seconds to go.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Great 15, great 15.
One final try now for Wentz. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.